welcome. We have Seppy with Find a Box.
Hey!
So, tell us about the new End of the Line.
Oh, new End of Line. We are doing the Bunker Edition. Woo! And the Bunker Edition will include the long-awaited expansion, the Inevitable Machine Revolt. IMR. So excited.
What's the difference between the old and the new?
One major play difference is we added the ability that you can burn your house down. But mostly, the Bunker Edition has been lifted off of the table. We're going to add these awesome bunkers. We're going to add these awesome line stands. And we're going to finally let the meeples have some clothes. And also, our shapes. I don't know if people were ever there for early testing. You were there. You got to see my custom handmade version. Had like very special stuff. It was 5 years ago we did the Kickstarter. And Kickstarter's changed a lot since then. We were hoping to get stretch goals to do all this kinds of stuff. But the big deal with this new edition is we're not going to try to do any of that Kickstarter gaminess. We're just going to put everything we think the vision of what a contemporary gamer expects out of an awesome game and make the best version of this game we can think of.
No unlocks. It's just, here it is.
There'll be a couple like small content card unlocks, but as far as like major meaty component upgrades, no major meaty component upgrade unlocks. Like the boards, the extra players, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff is already included in the new Bunker Edition.
How many does it play now?
The Bunker Edition will play up to 6. Now, we are offering a 6 Sigma pack that in case you are poor like us, I'm very poor, and you wanted to just throw it in the box, that is possible. You're not going to get all the fancy stuff. You're not going to get the 6 family, but the new Bunker Edition will have 6. It'll be 6-player ready.
So it's 3 to 6.
It's 3 to 6. You can only play the normal edition 3 to 6. The IMR, you have to have at least 4 players for IMR.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, these super new custom little pieces are awesome.
Yes, these are the actual production early prototypes from China. So these aren't even our handcrafted stuff. This is what we're going to end up looking like. There are a couple little sort of maybe paint variations. We're going to probably make these guys a little bit darker. But this is pretty close to what you're going to get. We're super happy with this. Very, 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 very excited. Things are looking super sexy.
What's the initial backing?
For $65 as MSRP.
Gotcha.
And we're excited about international this time. We're going to have a VAT-inclusive shipping price for our international fans. We finally figured it out. You guys have been holding on for us for years. And I finally, hopefully, have figured out a solution where we can get you a VAT-inclusive price for shipping to places like the UK and Germany and Central Europe, all that stuff.
What is the difference between the new expansion, IMR, versus the old?
The new expansion versus the original game. IMR has this upgrade deck. So if you're familiar with End of the Line, you know laws are a thing. That are permanent changes to the lines. If you played the Unique Family variant, the Unique Family variant stole from the core mechanic in IMR, which is basically something that you can do that makes your family permanently different. The big strategy difference in IMR versus normal End of Line is placement is critical. Like you saw in our last playthrough, like where a robot is can massively affect the death toll. So like how people line up, it's been taken up to that next level, and hopefully for fans of the game, they find that a super sexy extra dimensionality.
And every family will now have robots, right?
Yes, if you play the expansion, every family will have a robot.
Nice.
It is the 6th family member. It is a character. It is a family member. It does collect because it is a robot. But when it dies, it doesn't go into graveyard. It hopes to hang out like right here, waiting for a chance to be rebuilt.
Fun.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you're a huge sci-fi nut. What was the inspiration for doing the IMR?
We're Cold War kids, right? And, End of Line is all about apocalypses. And one of the apocalypses that, came up and again for us was, War Games and Terminator, right?
Oh,
Judgment Day. There are multiple references to any of those robot-based apocalypses, and I love them all. Yes. So even the really bad ones, like Chopping Mall. Chopping Mall's fantastic. No, don't ever watch it. It's terrible. You have to be of an age. It does not hold up.
So there's another animal that you have. Is that part of the set, or?
Well, we've promised this and teased this for a while. It is the cat mini expansion. We have a lot of cat people. Cats are their own mini expansion for this Kickstarter. You can only get it through the Kickstarter, maybe at our booth afterwards. They are sort of like dogs, except for they are harder to control and harder to kill. I think it's fun. It does add a little bit more zaniness to stuff, but people should have the option to have non-dog pets. And, like anything that isn't like your nuclear family, it might be a little bit more difficult to play with cats, but I think it's worth it.
Can someone become a crazy cat person?
Like
all the people should be attracted to one person.
Oh my gosh, that might be a possibility, crazy cat lady. I think I should add that card, something. Place all cats. All cats have to be placed in line with you. It is the thing. I have to finalize the final content for cats as far as extra cards concerning them. That could also be a potential stretch goal. Our stretch goals are all going to be, like I said, card based, like extra stuff that people who are fans of the Kickstarter. You were talking about family makeups. We are again going to do an alternate family pack for it. We're going to dress up all the meeples again. So if you want to make, your unconventional family or get a tiny dog in there, you can do that. Again, playing a non-nuclear family for this, it's just like real life. It's maybe a little bit more difficult, but we wanted to make sure that we were inclusive and anybody can have any kind of family they want to make suffer available in the game.
And the typical running time for an end of the line game?
I would say it's 70 minutes for the Bunker Edition, and I would say it's about 10 to 15 minutes more for IMR.
Gotcha.
And that is because, at least early on, that is because there are a lot of mechanics that allow you to have some turnaround in this game, this version of the game. And so people will come back to life, and robots come back more often than they did in the original.
Is there anything, like if this becomes super successful, which I know it will, are there more expansions in the background that could possibly happen if this becomes more successful?
It becomes more successful. All expansions would be standalone. And the two expansions that we had talked about that were always in the works were zombie apocalypses, but zombies are a little overplayed. But in the zombie apocalypse, your family members, there's no graveyard. Your family members just go line back up. And you're trying to dodge everybody else's family zombies. And so it weaponizes dead family members. It would require an overhaul of the game. That might be a different sub-game. So that was talked about a lot. So spoiler, the zombie version of End of the Line. And then aliens are jerks. Because, processing is a alien apocalypse. I love all apocalypses. That one we're playing with a mechanic where you try to build a ship to get off the planet.
Oh.
And so the lines are not only about getting resources but contributing to this thing. And sort of it becomes semi-co-op. So those are two ones that, at least we had an outline for. We haven't started development on. But if End of Line is a thing, one of the things that you bring up, which is very important, this Kickstarter is a little bit of make it and break it for us for box sizes this big. if this goes well, we'll continue to have in our line a big box game. That is a big box for us. Otherwise, we'll concentrate on like processing size boxes or small or travel size games, which have been wildly successful for us. So this is sort of a thing. If you guys like this kind of game from us, please help us out.
One more question. What do you got coming up after this? Any preview?
Yes, I do. Our next game, as far as... it's like I had this prepared. Our next game that we are having in our mix, because we're actually going to try to do 2 Kickstarters this year, is Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber. Have you talked about Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber? Oh my gosh. So it is our follow-up to the Hedgehog Hop. This is our super sneaky acrylic game. And in Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber, here's our cheese. Here's our mouse. Let's see if I can find Mr. Cat hanging out. There, Mr. Cat. Here's Mr. Cat. In this game, it is mysteries and maze building in Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber. I will save the cucumber later for a release so you guys can see it. And it is a game about trying to create a maze where your character, and nobody knows who it is because it's a hidden agenda asymmetrical game. Look at, I did it. Where the mouse is trying to get the cheese, the cat is trying to get the mouse, the cheese wants to make sure nobody is gotten because it is neutral, it is Swiss, and then the cucumber is trying to get everybody to eat each other. So that is the whole, capture each other for my vegan fans. There's no necessarily...
Super fun.
We're excited about it. If you were at Protospiel this year, it got a lot of testing. The art for it is super exciting. Mark Eberhardt from the Hedgehog Hop Return. Also, I got local young game designers contribute sidekicking for me for this adventure, which is Peter and Patrick Yang. Patrick, I'm thinking great things. We're going to see great things from Patrick. I like his game design philosophy. It's really awesome. And so I was excited to get them to come help me out on this project.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, good luck, sir.
Thank you so much. And Edward, thank you so much for being our video guy.
Of course.
And you've been there with us this entire time.
Super good.
And Edward won our social media contest, if you guys didn't know, and from the first end of the line. And his card is finally making it. So we have to make sure this Kickstarter happens so Edward can have his card made. The Six family has been named. We had somebody adopt that. So we're very excited about that as well. If you haven't seen this at conventions, we're also planning a playthrough video. You can see sort of my demo of it in short and so forth and whatnot. Otherwise, hopefully you look at us and all the places that you've seen us before, maybe a couple of new places in 2020.
Awesome. Thank you.